name is Raja, and welcome to Taj Mahal Aquatics. Do you have a plan to go traveling for vacation or business trip, and you have an aquarium at home that you decided to leave for maybe a couple of weeks to go traveling? If you do have a plan to go for a trip, and you decided to leave your aquarium for a while, then you should not skip this video because this video is for you. Why? Because I'm gonna show you some preparations you should do to your fish and aquarium to keep your aquarium and fish safe when you leave them for a trip. I highly recommend you to do all of these preparations that I'm about to show you because these preparations are going to be super helpful to keep your fish and aquarium safe when you are away from home. I decided to share these preparations because a couple of months ago, I saw a lot of fish keepers on Instagram lost their beloved fish because they left them for a trip. And I don't want that to happen to you who are lucky enough to watch this video. So what should you do to keep your aquarium safe when you leave? And what you should prepare for your aquarium before you leave? And how do you keep your fish safe when you are away? And what should you do after you get home from the trip? Going for a trip might be fun, but if you had an aquarium at home, you might have to do these preparations to keep your aquarium and fish safe when you are away. I see a lot of fish keepers lose their beloved fish when they leave their fish for a trip. And probably the reason their fish died when they leave is because they didn't do any preparations at all before they went for a trip. In order to keep your fish and aquarium safe when you leave, you need to do these preparations to ensure your aquarium and fish are safe when you are gone. So what are the preparations that you should do before you leave your aquarium for a trip? Now the first thing you might think of is how do you keep your fish fed when you are gone? You can leave your fish fasting when you are gone, or if you still insist on keeping your fish well fed, you can choose between vacation feeder or automatic feeder. You can just leave your fish to naturally fast if you don't have a feeder device. Fish can live without food for a certain period without any problem at all. And many species of fish have adapted to handle times when food sources are declining in their natural habitat. If your aquarium ecosystem is well fed, then your fish and aquarium can go without food for a couple of days or even weeks. However, this is not always the case with every fish and aquarium system, such as saltwater aquarium. And if you still want to keep your aquarium fish well fed, you can choose between a vacation feeder or automatic feeder. Vacation feeder is a dissolvable feeder block designed to release food for a certain period. These food blocks are quite versatile for you who are going for a short vacation, and it can be used for freshwater aquariums and saltwater aquariums. However, this food block might not be suitable with aquariums that have a high water flow because they could dissolve way quicker, and these blocks can also cloud the aquarium water. If you are unsure with the vacation feeder, then the automatic feeder might be the best option for you. Automatic feeders are a much more versatile device, especially if you are going for a longer vacation. You can adjust the amount of food dispensed and adjust the feeding schedule. You may want to do a little test of this device before you leave to make sure your automatic feeder works perfectly. And once this device works perfectly, you can safely travel without worrying about your fish going to starve when you are gone. And that's all of the different ways to keep your aquarium fish well fed when you are away. Food for your fish may be important, but the next one is also as important as keeping your fish well fed, and that is the aquarium and filter preparation. The next preparation that is also as important as the food for the fish is the aquarium and the filter itself. Before you leave for a trip, make sure you do some maintenance on your aquarium, like doing a water change before leaving for vacation. Doing a 50% or 100% water change is highly recommended depending on the size of the aquarium. It is recommended to do the water change a week before leaving for vacation so you can do some inspection in your aquarium. Filter maintenance is also important to make sure that your filter is working perfectly when you are away. Filtration for aquariums are super crucial, so make sure you do some maintenance before you're leaving for traveling. Make sure that you do some filter cleaning before you leave, and if necessary, you could also do some filter media replacement if there's any filter media that needs to be replaced. And after you clean your aquarium filter, make sure to do some inspection as well to make sure that the filter can run perfectly without any problem at all. You are done with the aquarium maintenance, and you are also done with the filter maintenance, as well as inspecting the filtration unit to make sure your aquarium will be fine when you are gone. The next thing to do is to check on your fish. The feeding system is ready, and your filter and aquarium is ready. Now the next thing to do is to make sure your fish is ready. It's really pointless to keep your aquarium and filter in a good condition before you travel, but your fish in a bad condition. So before you leave your fish to go traveling, make sure that your fish is in a great condition before you leave. Make sure that your fish is in a physically good condition, and make sure that your fish doesn't show any symptoms of disease. And if you do end up finding your fish showing some symptoms of disease, I highly recommend you to consult your local fish store or aquatic veterinarian. But if your fish is in a good and healthy condition, then you are ready for your vacation trip without any worry about your fish being sick. Your aquarium is ready, your filter is ready, and your fish is also ready. Your aquarium is pretty much almost ready to be left alone when you are away. But I had some additional preparation to make sure your aquarium is fully ready when you are gone. The first additional preparation that you can do is to add a light timer to your aquarium. When you want to leave your aquarium for traveling, you have a decision to leave your aquarium lights on or off. But how about adding an aquarium light timer to your aquarium to maintain the light usage of your aquarium rather than leaving your aquarium lights on or off? Light timer not only allows you to maintain the light usage in your aquarium, but also gives your aquarium a consistent day and night cycle in your aquarium. Other additional preparation you can do is to add an AC/DC aerator. AC/DC aerator is not like a regular aerator. AC/DC aerator has a built-in battery inside the aerator to keep the power supply in the aerator, so your aerator can run during a power outage or without being connected to a power source. This aerator is super versatile, especially if you live in an area that is prone to power outage. AC/DC aerator not only adds an additional aeration to your aquarium, but also as an emergency oxygen supply in case there's a sudden filter failure or power outage. Another additional preparation you can do is to find a fish sitter. You can ask your friend, family members, or even neighbors to take care of your fish when you are away. Just make sure to teach them the procedure to maintain your aquarium to the fish sitter that you appoint. Now, before I go to the last 3 additional preparations, I just want to mention that the last 3 preparations are geared towards saltwater aquariums. So if you have a saltwater aquarium, make sure you do these preparations before you go to travel. The first additional preparation, if you have a saltwater aquarium, is to do some water chemistry before you leave. Corals and invertebrates are quite sensitive to pH, calcium, alkalinity levels, nitrate, and phosphate level. So make sure that your water chemistry is stable to make sure your coral and other creatures are safe when you are away from home. The next additional preparation you can do is to avoid adding anything new before you leave. Resist the urge to add something new when you are about to go traveling. Whether it's new equipment or livestock, just don't add anything new. If you add any new equipment before you leave, there's gonna be a good chance that the device you're adding may not run properly and can malfunction or fail. And if you add any livestock on the last few days before you leave, there's a good chance that the new livestock may carry pests and disease. So for safety of your aquarium, resist the urge of adding something new before you leave. And the last additional preparation you can do before you leave is to check your aquarium's health before you leave. Make sure every coral and creature are in a great condition, and make sure your fish doesn't show any symptoms of disease. And if you find your fish is not in a great condition, you may want to consult your local fish store or aquatic vet. And if everything is great, then you are ready to go. That's all of the preparations you can do to keep your aquarium safe when you are away. When you leave your aquarium for traveling, you can't just leave your aquarium just the way it is. There are some preparations that you need to do to make sure your aquarium is safe when you are away, and when you get back home, your aquarium is still in a good condition. And once you get home from your trip, you may have to do these homeworks after you get home. The first homework you do after you get home is to check your aquarium's health. Check everything from fish and other inhabitants inside your aquarium to make sure they are in a good condition. And if you have saltwater aquarium, do the same procedure to make sure your corals and everything inside is healthy and in a great condition. The next homework you need to do is to inspect every piece of equipment in your aquarium. Make sure you inspect every equipment in your aquarium and make sure every equipment is still running in a good condition, just like when you're about to leave. And the last homework that you need to do is doing some maintenance for your aquarium and filter. Do some necessary water changes and do some filter cleaning as well to remove buildup and waste in your aquarium and filter to keep your aquarium clean and keep your filter run perfectly to clean your aquarium water. That's everything that you need to do to prepare your aquarium before you leave your aquarium for traveling. There's a lot of stuff to prepare before you leave your aquarium for a trip to make sure that your aquarium is safe when you are away from home. From how you feed your fish when you are away to every additional preparation that I shared to keep your aquarium safe when you are away. There's a lot of stuff to do, from preparation before you leave to homeworks that you need to do after you return from your trip. It may look a lot, but if you want your aquarium and fish safe when you are away, then these are all of the procedures that you need to do. And from all of those preparations that I showed you, will you do all of the preparations to keep your aquarium safe when you are away? Let me know in the comment section because I want to know. So that's all of the preparations you can do before you leave your aquarium for traveling. And what do you think about this video? Do you find it to be informative and useful? Or is there any misinformation in this video? Let me know in the comment section because I want to know. And also, if you think that there are other preparations that I missed in this video, let me know as well. And that's a wrap for this video. And if you like this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And share this video if you find this video to be helpful and amusing. Share your ideas and feedback in the comment section below. And subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any new uploads in the future. Thanks for watching and keep living the fish life.